And getting into the news this week, Google announced the launch of Google Analytics 4, which is really just a rebrand of the app plus web property. So Google Analytics 4 is now the default property in your account. If you add a new Google Analytics property now, by default, it will be GA4. And you'll still have the option to create universal analytics properties if you need to, but you probably should be using this moving forward because Google says any new improvements will be available for Google Analytics 4 and not on those other properties, the older ones. So with this announcement, they encouraged everyone to create a new Google Analytics 4 property, previously called App Plus Web, again, alongside your existing properties. So you really have to start from scratch here, which our data lady, Sarah, was unhappy about.
But my big thing is there was never a Google Analytics 2 or 3. Why is it 4 now? Seems confusing.
Because they don't want you to forget about them.
Thanks, Jess.
No, I don't know. All over it. They're just calling it the new Google Analytics. And like GA4 is not easy to say or read. No. Like the 4 kind of looks like an A. It's a lot. It's better than App Plus Web, I guess.
No, but I like universal. You're like, here's the change. And there should be some way to be like, it's the Appalytics or something like that if you're mixing it all together. I don't know.
I don't think they're going to do the pun.
I think they just gave up. They're like, just throw a 4 at the end of Google Analytics and let's call it a day. We can't come up with a name for this.
They should call it Google Analytics, the Core October Update.
No. That would just, you're the worst. So the name is terrible. The new features are not. It will automatically alert you to significant trends in your data, like products seeing rising demand because of new customer needs. And the new churn probability report can help you efficiently invest in retaining customers. And because it can measure app and web interactions together, it will include conversions from YouTube engaged views that occur in-app and pull that right into your GA reports, which is really cool. Google also says this new analytics gives you customer-centric measurement instead of measurement fragmented by device or platform. So you'll be able to see things like if your customers first discover your business from an ad or on the web, then later install your app and make purchases there. We haven't really had a chance to play around with this yet, but there's a lot of good stuff to dig into. And as far as data privacy goes, because that is a big concern for everyone, of course, Google says the new analytics is designed to adapt to a future with or without cookies or identifiers. It uses a flexible approach to measurement, and in the future will include modeling to fill in the gaps where the data may be incomplete. So if you're a data person, I recommend checking out this article by Krista Seiden. She's just like one smart lady, and she goes through all the improvements and changes in Google Analytics 4. She was already working on it when it was App Plus Web, and now she has this like great resource of all the things that they're doing. So she talks about the new navigation and report structure, event editing changes, cross-domain measurement, which wasn't available on App Plus Web before at all. And it's a lot easier to set up in GA4 than it was in the Universal Analytics. So all you data people, get your data on. The new Google Analytics is here.
I think the one thing we're probably going to lose, though, is that search terms workaround we're having in current Google Analytics.
I didn't think of that. Oh my gosh, we need to check. We better not lose it.
And there's no hope.
Oh, God. Like what you saw? Of course you did. If you're looking for more, Marketing and Clock releases new episodes every Friday with the digital marketing news of the week. You can subscribe wherever you consume your podcasts, or click to watch the full episode, the next news story, or read all the articles from the show.